Hey.
Hi.
Okay, we just went live. I don't know why my camera is zoomed in like so far. It's like, I don't know how to change it. Let's see if I can. Nope. Oh, that's okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
So, hi. Have you been up all night?
Yeah.
I thought so. That's okay. Well, we got lots of stuff to do today, so be running around a little bit, get a few things done. But, so I popped out the chat. Could you type something in the chat so I can make you a moderator?
Yeah, hold on. I need to actually bring it up then.
Oh, see, your camera looks really zoomed in too, so maybe it's not just me.
Yeah.
Maybe if we do there, that's better.
Okay.
Meow. All right, let's see. Add moderator. There you go. You're a mod now.
Cool.
Coolio. Okay. So I don't know how this time is working out for everyone, but it seems like there's a couple other people in the reseller community that are on during this time, and I think that might be hurting our viewers. I thought it wouldn't matter because we're a completely different subject from that, but you know, anyways. So today I wanted to talk about a couple of things that were in the news, and I didn't show them to you because I kind of wanted to get your reaction towards them, what you think about them, and how you feel about these things that are happening, maybe kind of like your viewpoint, I guess, on these things. So I think let's talk about that first before we open the friend mail, because I was waiting to see if DuPage Picker was going to pop in, and then you can open up that package from him. So let's go ahead and talk about these two things. Let me see if I can share my screen somehow. Okay. Share my screen. How do I do that? There we go. All right. So there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. So this is the first article, and I read this. Oh, looks like Beth just joined us. Hi, Beth. How are you? My StreamYard chat is a little behind, so I'm just going to pull up the YouTube chat. Okay, so this is the first article. I saw this actually on Yahoo yesterday, and it really disturbed me. And it's not the first time I have seen this happen to a child. And so I wanted to talk about it, and I wanted to see how you felt about this. But basically, so we don't have to read the entire article, what happened was this young man right here, he's 13 years old, so he's about your age, was in school, and they say that he was becoming violent, and so they had to restrain him. Well, the way that they restrained him was using something called prone restraints, which I guess is a way that they, it takes 3 people. So there's 3 adult people holding this child down. They're holding down his arms, his legs, and pressing on his chest to hold him to the ground. Now, apparently this is still legal to do in schools. I think somewhere in this article they show, let me see if I can pull it up somewhere. Oh no, it doesn't show. It was a different one. But they were showing how this prone restraint is or demonstrating, I guess, how this prone restraint is used. And you can see how a grown adult pressing on top of a child's chest or pressing it into the ground can restrict their airway. It could break bones. It restricts blood flow to their arms and their legs. And he was held in that position for 2 hours. They were taking turns holding him down for 2 hours. And ultimately, he died. I guess he passed out, and they took him to the emergency room, and where he died. So I wanted to see how you felt about this. How do you feel, number one, about autistic, about, what's the word I'm saying, about using restraints on children, let alone on special needs children? How do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't see why a full-on restraint like that would be ever necessary.
No, me neither. Even with a child that's becoming violent, what do they mean by that? You know, I don't know exactly the whole situation, but
Yeah, it's not only is it like extremely unspecific, but at the same time, like if it was like an actual serious kind of violent, then just expel. I don't see the reason to have to restrain for 2 hours. It just seems pointless. It seems like a waste of time.
it really does, because violent, you know, did he have a weapon? No, probably not. So becoming violent probably meant he was agitated in some way and he wasn't able to express how he was feeling. So he was getting frustrated. Maybe he was flailing his arms around. Um, maybe he was hitting people or biting himself, or many different ways that autistic kids try to get out their frustration because they can't communicate how they're feeling or what's going on. So maybe it was something like that, where this is the biggest thing that I have an issue with. Yes, Beth, for 2 hours. Let's see if I can find, see if I can show here. 3 school employees will be charged with a felony involuntary manslaughter in the death of a 13-year-old boy on the autism spectrum. He died last year after being restrained by staff members at his Northern California school. Let's see. Just trying it. Here we go. School employees kept him face down on his stomach for nearly 2 hours until he vomited and passed out. 2 hours. That's just absurd. But the biggest issue that I've always had is that when a teacher is going to school to be a teacher, they should have some sort of special needs training. Especially nowadays, there are so many special needs kids in public schools, in a regular classroom, and these teachers have no special needs training. I'm going to stop sharing this, by the way, so we can just, they have no special needs training. And if this child was just agitated and the teacher was able to see the signs and understand maybe something that triggered him or something that got him to that point, she would know how to calm him down. I'm saying she, it could be a he, I don't know the situation. The teacher would know how to help calm that child down or remove them from the classroom temporarily, put them in a different situation until they're able to calm down, or call their parents, say, hey, your child's out of control, please come help. But to restrain a child like that for over 2 hours is absolutely absurd. And this child lost his life because of it. Yeah, so Jacob, Beth is a teacher, or was a teacher, And she says, we never did. We just learned how to write lesson plans. Yeah, I went to school to be a teacher as well. I do have a degree. And that's not something that we ever learned either. We touched on it very briefly about the different types of students that we could have in our classroom. We talked about a couple of different special needs. I don't even remember really that far back, but we just touched on it briefly. It was maybe, you know, an hour or something, but we didn't really talk about it or learn anything about it in the way that we should have. Hey, J-Dog, thank you for joining us today. So, yeah, it's really unfortunate that that happened, but, and how many other times does it happen that it doesn't end up in the news? You know, this is just one incident where it ends up in the news because the boy died and because they are bringing charges up on these, the people at the school. So how many other times does something like this happen when it's not in the news? Or
Yeah, I feel like you're missing one very important part of why it's on the news, though.
What's that?
Because he's autistic.
Well, so you think it's in the news because he's autistic?
That's one of the major reasons, yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I have one more story that I wanted to talk about, though, too, is this one. And I'm kind of on the fence about this, not really sure how I feel about it quite yet, but I wanted to get your take on it and see how you feel about it. Hold on, it's pulling up a video, so let me pause that really quick. And let me share our screen. Oh, look, DuPage Picker has just joined us. Hello, how are you?
Oh, hey.
So right after we talk about this story, I guess, or this news article, then we will open up a package that DuPage Picker sent to Jacob. I noticed you didn't change your little thing down there in the corner. It says Rosie and Jacob.
Oh, yeah, true, but whatever.
Okay, let me see. Share screen. Okay, so now we've got this story. Don't mind the video because I'm not going to play that. We're just going to read the story. So this is interesting. So family is pushing for an autism symbol to be added to the New York driver's license. Excuse me. Wow, okay. I was trying to not sneeze, but it wanted to come out. So, okay, I think this is really interesting because in this article, you see both sides of the coin. You see the family who thinks it's a great idea and that this is something that is needed on a driver's license of an autistic person. And on the other side of the coin, you see an autistic person fighting to not have this symbol on their driver's license. So I wanted to see how you felt about it because I'm on the fence both ways because I'm looking at it from the family and I'm looking at it from the autistic person and I'm trying to decide what is the best way to go. So if we if you read through here, let's see. Just want to kind of skim over it really quick and just show you.
That misspelling is really triggering me.
The what is?
There's a misspelling in there of autism, of autistism.
Uh-oh. Grammar police. Spelling
It's
police.
like the first thing that I noticed.
Of course you would. I don't even know where you see that, but I knew that would be something you would pull out. Basically what happened was there is an autistic person. They were pulled over. The police officer took aggressive action towards that driver for some reason. only to later find out that the person was autistic. And the family thinks that it's a good idea. They don't show a picture of it. Oh, it's probably in this video, but I don't want to play the video. So there was a tiny little like puzzle piece symbol that they want to put on an autistic person's driver's license. We can just get out of it. It's not really showing me what I had intended, so we'll stop that. So basically, if you gave a police officer or somebody your driver's license, it would have that symbol on there, notifying everyone that looks at it that you are autistic. How do you feel about that?
On your driver's license or on your license plate?
On your driver's license. So if you, I don't know, say you were going to a club and they were carding you, you had to give them your license. It shows on there you're autistic. If you went to a bar and you wanted to get a drink, or you wanted to get cigarettes, or you wanted to, and I'm talking as an adult, not you, but because you don't have a driver's license, but anywhere you went, even if you wanted to go to school and you had to show your ID, your driver's license is your ID. So you would hand it to them and it would say on there, I'm autistic, basically with that little symbol on there. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I mean, I'd have to think about it. Yeah, like, if you want it, then yeah, but I don't think it should be required. Ever. Because as useful as it could be, not everyone wants to, like, openly have their autism out there. Because I know a lot of people, well, I don't, like, know from, like, personal experience, but I can assume that a lot of people would be embarrassed to have autism due to the negative stigma around it.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. That there might be times and places where you want to say that you're autistic or you want to share that with someone. But, you know, not when you just go to a club or something like that. Like, it's personal medical information that not everyone needs to know.
Yeah, and also, like, what's stopping me from just saying that?
Yeah, exactly. But I think also too, it's private, and because so many people don't know what autism is, they just assume that it's one thing, that people might treat you differently or look at you differently just because they saw your driver's license, and that's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
So Beth agrees with you. She thinks it should be optional, just like a bracelet. Yeah, I think so too. You know, I was kind of on the fence about it, reading it. You know, I totally understand it from the family's point of view. And maybe it depends too on where they are in the spectrum. So I guess typically if you're on the lower functioning, you probably wouldn't be driving in the first place. But I don't really know. So yeah, those are just two things I wanted to touch on because those were some interesting articles I read this week, you know, with autism in the news. And I think this is a really cool subject actually for us to talk about maybe each week, is like find another article, because there's always something. There's always something in the news. And we can talk about it and see, you know, how you feel about it and how other people feel about it. What was that?
Yeah, I don't really enjoy going through the news all that much.
No, I don't sit there and read all the articles. There's usually just one or two things that'll stand out to me. But I thought these two were interesting, that's all.
Well, I mean, like, the problem that I have with the news is, like, when you actually go and just scroll through the news, like, even if you're not reading anything, just reading the titles, it just kind of gives you just a negative look on just everyone. especially when you like continuously day after day just see all of these bad things happening in the world. It's just not healthy, really.
It's not. It's not to sit there and watch the news every day. It really is depressing and sad because they don't cover anything, happy and joyous. It's all the crazy stuff in the world that's happening is what they cover. So yeah, I totally understand.
Yeah, and then as this might come off as a little bit insensitive, I just, to be completely and utterly honest, I just don't care.
Okay. That's
I
honest.
just do not care.
That's completely honest. Yes, DuPage Picker says fear sells sadly. And yes, we are a country that relies on keeping the public in fear. We really do. Okay, so let's wrap that up because it's getting depressing. And yeah, see, Beth sends a smiley face. Smile. So no more depressing stuff. And you want to open up a present?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I stuck that box there on your desk. I did open it up to make it a bit easier for you to get into everything.
Okay.
So yeah, go for it. That is from DuPage Picker, who you see there in the chat.
All right, should I move my camera down, or
do what now?
Should I move my camera down, or?
It's totally up to you. However you want to do it.
I guess
you don't have to. You can just sit there and show whatever you got.
Yeah, let me move this over here so you can actually see that.
Yep, we can see it. See your graham crackers.
Yeah.
And your burrito.
All right.
A cat in a burrito is a burrito.
What's this? Is this some kind of like?
It's a bug. Right? It's a buzzing bug.
Thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, no. Wait.
I think we need to put batteries in it.
Yeah, maybe. Interesting. Reminds me of that like fucking. Sorry. Sorry.
No
have it.
Cursing.
Have it. I'm sorry. Okay. Have it. That's basically my I'm sorry. Look.
I can't see your face, but shame on you.
No, I'm good.
It reminds you of what?
It reminds me of the like
the hex bug
thing that I made, like for the Microsoft class, or was it the Microsoft class? I don't know, but like the toothbrush thing.
Oh yeah, those little robots. Those little robots that you made with the with like the motor, and it like vibrated and bounced around. Yes, I remember that.
And a bunch of, are these technically packing peanuts? I don't. Oh, okay.
Yes, they're packing peanuts. Don't eat those, please.
No, they're not technically peanuts. They're like weed.
No, they're called packing peanuts. And don't let the dogs get those either, please.
Yeah, that's not.
Snickers would probably eat them. Yes, DuPage, I have the backing. I just took it out because I didn't know if he would have trouble getting it open. So I do have the backing, and I'll show that to him later.
That's interesting.
Is it like a maze?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, you'll have fun with that.
I can see myself spending a lot of time on that. That's a nice time waster.
It's a what?
A nice time waster.
A nice time waster? Yes. Or fun, like in the car?
That'd probably be extremely hard, though, because...
Oh, because you'd be moving around in the car. Yeah, that's true. Another one, huh?
I guess I could also do that, huh? Instead of moving them around in there, I can just kind of do that and move them around like that.
Cheating.
Hey, if it was cheating, they would have lowered the ceiling.
Okay.
Just saying.
Just saying. All right. You're so funny.
And then what else we got here? Yeah, I got this book, and is that it? Just to make sure.
Yeah, I think that's the last thing.
I think so.
DuPage also sent these. I took them out, but I'll show everybody here because they're so cool. So this is a little it's a pick, guitar pick, but it also has a pin on the back, so I can wear it.
Nice.
And it says DuPage Picker Stranger Friends Tour 2019. These are super cool, and I'm so excited that I have some of these. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. That's interesting.
What's that? Oh, and they glow in the dark? I didn't even know that. Okay, I'm going to check that out.
Oh, what is this actually? Does it say?
It looks old. It looks like it's from the 80s or something.
Here, watch this. I'm going to figure out how old this is. So, age 13, which means now if we search up his name.
You could probably just look on the inside cover, but
I'll do it this way.
Oh, that's too easy. Okay. You do it your way. But see, if you notice there, his mouse pad underneath that book says Speed Cube Shop. Do you think you could solve a cube for us?
Yeah. Okay, I guess it's just bringing up the fact that he made this book and not actually bringing up his age, so I guess I can't figure out how old it is. But yeah.
It looks 80s.
So I'm assuming this is probably like...
Yeah, there should be like a copyright or something in the first couple pages.
Let me see.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
I don't think so.
Don't worry about it. I can look later if you really need to know.
All right, but yeah. I don't think I have my Velk 3 on me right now, so I'll just grab my...
Where is it?
Whatever this is. I think it's in the car at the moment.
Oh.
But yeah.
Do you want me to mix it up?
You can if you want.
Okay, I'll be right there. I'll mix it up for you.
All right.
Because we have to do this on 2 different streams, right? So, okay, here we go. So I'm mixing it up just randomly. Look, there's Winnie over there. All right, and there's not really any particular way that I know how to do this. He always just hands it to me, and he's like, mix it up for me. So I just like this.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
No, it really doesn't. I could sit here for 5 minutes and hand it to him, or I can sit here for 20 minutes and hand it to him, and he'll still solve it in the same amount of time. Okay, so ready? Here we go. Just like that, all mixed up. There you go.
Alrighty. And should I bring up a timer for it?
Oh, wait, I'm getting a weird echo. Let me close your door.
Oh, yeah, close that.
Sorry. Okay.
Should I bring up a timer for it, or just do it raw?
Just right there where you have it is perfect.
Because I can bring up a timer to time it if you want.
It's up to you. You can time it if you want to.
All right, yeah. Let me bring up a timer then.
Here. You want me to put you big on the screen like this?
Well, I'm going to be doing the...
That's not what I wanted to do.
Thank you.
Nope, that's not what I wanted to do either.
Maybe put this at like a nice color, background color, make this like blue.
I don't know how to use StreamYard apparently.
Okay, let me see. Is this...
Oh, there we go. Gotcha.
Okay, so this isn't inspect. I want inspect. Where's my inspect? Okay, hold on. Let me share screen. Share screen.
Dupe says you could use a stopwatch on your phone. Is your phone charged up?
No, I don't think so. But this is more right anyway. UW. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, there you go. That's what I want. Okay. So now, here we go. Let me do this. That'll start inspection. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Let's make sure. Thing turns a lot faster than my Valkyrie. It's almost too fast for my liking. Actually, yeah, that kind of screwed me up there. With my Valk, that would have been fine, but this, it's way too fast for that. I think I just have to... Yeah, this is just bad out. I didn't figure this out in time. Yeah, and then this is... Wait. Is it like that? I think it is. No, it's like this. Okay, yeah. I choked that pretty hard, actually.
You did it?
Yeah, I choked that
A
pretty
minute
hard.
and 9 seconds.
I try that again, because I choked that really badly.
Well, you still did it in a really fast amount of time. I just think you're out of practice.
Not for my standards.
Huh?
Not for my standards. Anything over a minute is terrible. Alright. Quick thing. Okay, we can do that. Okay. That's a good start. There we go. Turn, please. Thank you. Corner twist. There you go.
Dang, 49 seconds. That was awesome.
I got a corner twist.
Can you show us some of the other cool Rubik's Cubes that you have?
Yeah. Let me grab. Let's see. What do I got?
My allergies today. I want to sneeze again.
I guess you can grab this one. Other thing.
And can you take the timer down so we can see it?
Oh yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Here, it's me just like.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
Yeah. Fair mix. I have to actually like do this to show the whole thing.
Cool pyramid. And what's that one that you've got right there next to your monitor on the other side?
What do you mean?
On your right side. By the tower. You have something over there. Yeah, by the tower.
No, I don't.
Oh.
It's my mouse pad.
No, farther to the right.
There's literally nothing over here. I don't know what you mean.
Okay, never mind.
What do
Never
you
mind. Wow, look at your messy desk.
What do you want from me? Please elaborate.
Dupe says he knew someone that would just peel the colors off and cheat that way.
I mean, yeah, you can do that, but my Valkyrie is actually stickerless, so you can't do that on that one.
Yeah, that one doesn't have stickers.
And that's my main cube, so.
Mm-hmm. Or where's that like that metal looking one, the one that's all silver?
You talking about the mirror cube?
Yep.
This thing's a mess. Like this thing just, this is a cube. This starts as a cube, ends as a cube. Getting it there, that's a different story. Because I mean, look at this thing.
Yeah, that's one that none of us have been able to solve. I think your dad was doing pretty well with it, but I don't know how. I wouldn't even know where to start with that thing. I don't think it'll ever be a cube again. I mean, maybe you could solve it, but
then you have the 2x2.
A 2x2. That's a cute one.
Yeah.
Where is that? It's not a circle. I don't remember how many sides it has. Like 10 sides or something.
Mega Mix.
Yes, that one. That's a cool looking one.
This thing, I can still haven't gotten the last layer yet. I can try to do like things like that, but that's about it. I don't really know.
You can't solve that one yet?
Wait, no, I think I screwed that out up. Wait, hold on. Game machine broke. Okay, there we go. Yeah,
yes, so as you can see, he has a lot of different kinds of cubes. And he has several more than what you just see there.
Mhm.
Your brain hurts looking at that one? I know. I don't think you've solved that one yet, have you?
No, I'm still on this.
Take some work on that one. If he studies it for a while, though, he'll figure it out.
Yeah.
As he always does. Cool. So you like that book? It's going to teach you some stuff maybe that you don't know already. Thank you very much, DuPage Picker. I appreciate you sending that to him. That's an awesome, very cool present. Thank you. All right, guys. So I think we're going to wrap it up for today. We have quite a lot of things to get done today, and Jacob already looks like he wants to go to sleep. So I need to get him out of the house and running a few errands before you take a nap. So thank you guys for joining us. Yeah, same time, same channel next week, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. On my channel. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. I don't know why my words just, they're not coming. Please hit the subscribe button. Hit the little bell on the way out if you haven't done so already. And please, please, thumbs up, some thumbs up. No, I appreciate it very, very much, DuPage. I really do. Thank you. Thank you. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And we will see you next Thursday. Bye.